Hello lovelies, I have a new flower for you, and unfortunately this uses the dreaded bullion knot. We're going to tack this button into place with one stitch, and then we're going to bring our needle up through one buttonhole and then go into the buttonhole directly opposite it, not next to it. But we're not going to pull this all the way through. We're going to leave a loop. We're now going to bring the needle up through the hole that we came up first. So here's our loop, and we are coming up through the first buttonhole. We're going to pick up the thread next to the needle, and we're going to wrap it around our needle several times. You need to wrap it enough times that it will reach across to the other buttonhole. So keep wrapping. Push the wrap gently down and hold on to it with your thumb and your forefinger. And you're going to pull the needle through, holding on to those wraps. Pull it gently. You might need to scooch those wraps down slightly to get them to lie neatly. Okay, but that's your first bullion knot. When you think you've pulled that through and it looks neat enough, you're going to take your needle back down through the second buttonhole. Okay? We're going to do another one in this colour, another bullion knot. And then you're going to finish it off in the back by sewing it into the back of the fabric. And then we're going to change to a lighter shade of this lovely lilac-y colour. And we're going to do another 2 bullion knots, slightly longer ones this time. These are going to form the outer petals of your flower. So you're going to go through, you're going to leave a loop, you're going to bring it up in your original buttonhole, and the thread next to the needle is what you're going to wrap that needle with. So wrap it very carefully, because that needle is sharp and very pointy and it will hurt you. Remember, when you're going to pull the needle through those wraps, you want to hold on to the wraps with your thumb and your forefinger and pull the needle gently through. You need to keep them all nice and neat, so hold them like that, pull the needle, pull it nice and gently, and then we're going to even them out a little, and then we're going to go back down into the second buttonhole. And we're going to do another one of those in that lovely light colour on the other side. So you should be left with 4 bullion knots. 2 in a dark colour, 2 in a light colour. Now we're going to change to green, and we're going to do our leaves. This is also bullion knots. You're going to do 1 on either side. So you're going to come in at that side buttonhole, and you're going to do your bullion knot down into the bottom buttonhole. You're going to do 2 of those. I'm using 2 strands in all this floss to make this. Is it a tulip? It looks like a tulip to me. What do you think? Don't forget, don't pull the needle all the way through. You always need that loop. And the wrap is always done with the thread nearest your needle. If you can try and keep that in mind, it can sometimes make the bullion knot a lot easier. It's a tricky stitch to learn, but once you get it, you get it. Do you know what I mean? And we're going to do 2 of these, 1 on either side of the flower, and there's your leaves. And then you're going to go through to the back and secure it at the back. I like to do that by running my needle under the stitches a couple of times. It makes it a lot neater. And these are the things that run through my brain when I am suffering from my 4 AM wake up. Happy stitching, lovelies.